back. I'm Kevin Clark with Making Dreams Realty, and we are going to do a series of little videos or longer videos if you're watching us on YouTube. You can always catch us on our website at mdrealtywi.com. You can reach us there. But what we're going to talk about is if you're buying a home, possibly selling a home to buy a home, and all the different things that come up. And here we got financing and down payment. We'll do a video on that. Let me get this here. Oh, I've got less than a minute. Earnest money. Boom. Should I hire an agent? Of course you should. But why? Who should you hire? Should you save money by contacting the list agent, or can you actually save money? We're going to talk about the inspection, the appraisal. Should you sell your home first, or do you need to sell your home first? What's the current market like? What's my timing? What about a home warranty or items included versus personal property? So much more. Just join us. We're talking about when you go to buy a home. What's the first thing you need to do? Should you contact an agent? Should you call the list agent if you find one you like? Should you go to a bank and figure out your financing? What do you think? Really the first thing you probably should do is get pre-approved so you know what to look at. Now, if you don't get pre-approved and you contact an agent first, it's not the end of the world, because the agent's going to tell you need to get pre-approved, right? And they can direct you to some great lenders that are out there. I highly recommend using a local lender. Very important. They know the local market. They hire local appraisers. Everything goes smoother with a local lender. And we have some great relationships with them. So, doesn't really matter if you talk to an agent first or not. So, however, you do need to get pre-approved before you start looking at homes. Talking about financing and down payment in this one. We talked briefly about using a local lender. And when you use a local lender, they're going to help you. Now, not every bank is the same or mortgage lender. There's lots of different products out there. And so your minimum amount down is usually 3.5% with an FHA loan. There are loan programs out there, however, like WIDA loans, WIDA FHA loans, WIDA conventional loans. You've got VA loans, stuff that you can actually finance 100%. I don't necessarily recommend it, but if you're in that situation you need to, that's fine. What you're going to find though is your credit unions might have lower rates, but they have fewer products. Your local banks might have a few more products than other ones. So I highly recommend that you contact an agent. Now, many people have come to us and contacted us as the list agent thinking they can save money. Just so you know, a listing contract is signed before it ever goes on the market and you see it at your house or on Zillow or Realtor.com or wherever you find it. And it has a percentage built in. It's a done deal. That percentage is the full amount of the commission. If you contact the list agent, the seller's still paying that commission. I highly recommend that you contact an agent that you know, you like, and you trust, and they represent you as a buyer. And if they represent you as the buyer, it doesn't cost you anything, because generally speaking, the seller pays the commission. So that's what you should do next. Hey, let's say now you've got your financing in place in terms of your pre-approved. You've contacted an agent. You got somebody you know, you like, and you trust working with you, like somebody from MDR. We got some great agents that can help you out. What's next? Well, you need to understand what's going on in the current market. In the current market right now, we are really limited in inventory. You're probably finding as you're looking online that we don't have a lot to choose from, which means there's a lot more buyers than there are sellers. That's called a seller's market. And so you need to be prepared for that. If you're pre-approved for $200,000, you probably can't be looking at $210,000 houses. You gotta look lower than that, okay? We can help you navigate that as agents, but you need to understand that current market. We're talking about going out to buy a house, and we're going through all these different checklists. So you've got your pre-approval. You understand that you need an agent, and you have one that you know, you like, and you trust, like from MDR. You understand the current market, and now you got to figure out, well, what other money do I need? We talked about that down payment. You might need 3.5% down minimum. Hopefully you have more. That would be great. But what about inspections, appraisals, radon tests, all that other stuff that comes up, and then your closing costs at the end? Talk to your local lender about the closing costs. Each one's a little different. Inspections are generally between $400 and $500. Some are a little bit less. Appraisals, again, around $400. Depends on the bank. But you will have extra expenses. Make sure you prepare. What if you need to sell your home first? In other words, you've already bought a house, so you probably feel like you know what you're doing. But it could be 7, 8 years ago and the market's different, things have changed. banks have changed. So it is really important to contact an agent, to talk about your house. What's it worth? What about the timing? This is really important because when you bought your first home, you probably could take your time moving in. But now you might have to coordinate a move out and a move in on the same day. It gets really confusing. Contact us, we can help you out. We've gone through all these different things, and you might be wondering, do I need a home warranty? And what is a home warranty? Well, there's a lot of things that go in on it. A lot of times buyers ask sellers to provide the home warranty. Sometimes the buyers pay for the home warranty. You get a chance to put a home warranty on your home only when you buy it, and you have 90 days to decide. And then it costs somewhere between $500 and $650 depending on the company and the plan. But it covers you for a full year. Almost all of them cover things like appliances, furnace, water heater, air conditioner, things like that. It's an insurance policy is what it is. Probably a good idea, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. And we talked about a home warranty. Now what about the items included? And what's personal property? When you're looking at homes, each listing says what items are included. Sometimes washer and dryers are included, sometimes they're not. Most of the time though, you gotta remember, you not only need all this money for these things, but you do need some money for like lawn equipment and snow removal. We happen to live in a climate with snow. Hopefully you're loving it. I'm not, I'm ready for warmth. But anyway, make sure you understand this, and you can write anything in an offer, even if it's personal property, as long as they agree to it. The only problem is I'm in the same outfit
I
all the time.
know. Do you have a suit you can put over?
I don't, not here, so
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
gonna address it.
we are rolling.